Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today with this video we are going to discuss about the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission process for the year 2025, that is the IIM CAP 2025. So the cutoffs for the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission process 2025 has been released. So what are all the changes in the process, that everything we are going to discuss. So each year there is one IIM who conduct the common admission process. Last year that was conducted by the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur, and this year it is going to be conducted by the Indian Institute of Management Bodh Gaya. So here if we consider the criteria for shortlisting the personal interview process, then for the general category, it is 73 percentile in all the three sections, VRC, DLR and quantitative ability, and overall it is 94 percentile in your CAT entrance examination. For EWS and NCOBC, it is 50 percentile in the VRC, DLR and quantitative ability, and overall it is 77 percentile in your CAT entrance examination. If we consider it for the SC category, it is 44 percentile in the VRC, DLR and quantitative ability, and in overall it is 60 percentile in your CAT entrance examination. If we consider it for the ST and PWD, it is 25 percentile for the VRC and DLR, 30 percentile for the quantitative ability, and overall it is 40 percentile in your CAT entrance examination. So if you have this much percentile in your CAT entrance examination section wise and overall, then you can expect the call from the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission process for the year 2025. Now if we consider the list of Indian Institutes of Management which are going to participate in the common admission process, so basically in India we have overall 21 IIMs. So from the Blackie, whenever you fill up the form of the CAT entrance examination, on that basis only you will receive the call from the Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Kolkata, Lucknow, Kozhikode and Indore. Then there are four separate IIMs like Indian Institute of Management Mumbai, Rohtak, then Indian Institute of Management Visakhapatnam and Amritsar. You need to fill up the separate form for that, and the IIM CAP admission process is the another form you need to fill up. But from this year, there are only 8 IIMs who are going to participate in the IIM CAP 2025 admission process. Indian Institute of Management Sambalpur and Indian Institute of Management Raipur is not in the list. So here if we consider the 8 IIMs who are going to participate in the IIM CAP 2025 admission process, then those are Indian Institute of Management Bodh Gaya, then IIM Jammu, Indian Institute of Management Kashipur, then IIM Nagpur, IIM Ranchi, Indian Institute of Management Sirmaur, then IIM Trichy and IIM Udaipur. So these are the 8 IIMs who are going to participate in the common admission process for the year 2025. So if you have this much percentile in your CAT entrance examination section wise and overall, you can expect the call from the IIM CAP 2025, that is the call from this 8 IIMs. So when you will receive the call from the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission Process 2025, so at that time you will receive the call from these 8 IIMs, and the interview will be conducted by the Indian Institute of Management Bodh Gaya. Then the scores for all this will be sent to all the IIMs. Then the composite score is calculated in each IIM, and on that basis the finally selected list of candidates is done. So here if we consider the criteria for preparing the merit list, then in that 45% weightage is given to your CAT score, then 25% weightage is given to your personal interview, and 30% weightage is given to your overall profile. So here if we consider the 25% weightage which is given to the personal appearance, so IIM Bodh Gaya will consider 20% weightage for the personal interview and 5% weightage for the VAT. Then if we consider the 30% weightage which is given to the profile, so in that 14% weightage is given to your academic profile and 16% weightage is given to your work experience. So IIM Bodh Gaya will consider these factors to calculate the list of candidates. If we consider the 14% weightage which is given to the academic profile, so in that if the candidate has scored 60% in the 10th and 12th, then he will be awarded with the 4 points. Otherwise the points will be 0. And if the candidate has scored 60% and above in UG, then he will be awarded 6 points. Otherwise the points will be 0. And then if the candidate has scored 60% and above in UG, then he will be awarded 6 each, otherwise 0. And for CA, CS, CMA candidates, he shall be awarded 6 in undergraduation program. Now if we consider the 16% weightage which is given to the work experience, so if you have the work experience less than 12 months, then for that there are 0 points. If it is 12 months, for that there are 4 points. If your work experience is 18 months, for that there are 8 points. If your work experience is 24, for that there are 12 points. Then if your work experience is 30 months, for that there are 16 points. If it is 36, for that there are 12 points. If your work experience is 42, for that there are 8 points. If it is 48, for that there are 4 points. And if it is more than 48 months, for that there are 0 points. So this is about the MBA admission policy for the batch of 2025-2027, which has released by the Indian Institute of Management, Bodh Gaya. Now if we consider the important expected dates for the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission Process 2025, then the CAP 2025 shortlist release date will be on the 20 January 2025. Then the CAP 2025 registration will start from the 20 January. Then last date to apply for the IIM CAP 2025 will be 28 January. Then communicating for IIM CAP personal interview, it will be in the month of February, that is 10th February. Then IIM CAP 2025 personal interview round will start in the month of February, that is from 14th February. Then IIM CAP 2025 personal interview round last date will be on the 5th March. And if we consider the IIM CAP 2025 PR round result date, then it is expected in the month of May, in the first week of May. If we consider the seat intake versus candidates shortlisted for IIM Common Admission Process past year trends, then for the year 2018, there were overall 1,460 seats. So on that basis, overall 12,790 total candidates shortlisted for the IIM Common Admission Process. Then for the year 2019, overall 1,500 total seats in the participating IIMs, and for that total candidates shortlisted were more than 14,000. If we consider it for the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission Process for the year 2020, so overall there were 1,600 total seats in the participating IIMs, and for that 17,000 total candidates shortlisted. If we consider it for the year 2021, then there are total 2,000 total seats in the participating IIMs, and if we consider the total candidates shortlisted, then those were more than 20,000. If we consider it for the year 2022, then more than 2,200 total seats in the participating IIMs were over there, and for that 20,879 total candidates shortlisted. If we consider it for the year 2023, then overall 2,300 total seats in the participating IIMs, and for that they shortlisted 21,000 candidates. Then if we consider it for the IIM CAP 2024, so overall 2,400 total seats in the participating IIMs, and for that they shortlisted more than 20,000 candidates for the last year. So on the basis of these figures, we can expect for the IIM CAP 2025, they will shortlist more than 22,000 plus candidates for more than 2,400 total seats in the participating IIMs. So this is all about the Indian Institute of Management Common Admission Process 2025. If you have any doubts, any queries in this, you can just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video.